always be thinking about playoffs.
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 At week 3?
Absolutely.
Playoffs?
I think about playoffs in week 1. I'm weird.
At week 3?
Absolutely. This is a key matchup.
I think about playoffs in week 1. I'm weird.
This is going to showcase what both teams have done. Last week, we kind of talked. I think we commented the Broncos game last week, if memory serves.
We did.
So let's see. I think we left some very good suggestions in that game, because it was kind of an open and shut game. We left a lot of suggestions for the Broncos to be working on. We actually scrimmed them this week. I have seen a little bit of improvement in their O-line. They're getting exceptionally better. They're getting those blocks. One thing I've noticed is that Troy seems to be getting more of the QB snaps while you've got Baldev at the halfback ball. He doesn't seem to throw it very often. He usually is more of a runner, so that makes it a little bit easier on the containment on the Cowboys defense. Looking at the Cowboys, you got Fontes at quarterback. One of their main targets is Tom. They usually go to him every couple plays. I think that he's like the Calvin Johnson of their offense, kind of, so to speak. They throw him the ball a lot. I'm just thinking about a receiver that gets the ball more often than not. Not necessarily, like it. Well, Calvin's a big red zone threat, and Tom can be at times too. He's he did really well in the red zone, especially last season, but we'll see how he does with this season. But I think whoever's O-line can keep up with the containment of the other team has it. And in my opinion, it's still the Cowboys' defensive front. I think that the defensive front of the Broncos is still a little young. They've still got a lot to learn. Their O-line is progressing, but their D-line, it still seems like they don't really know what their mission is. They kind of just try to rush through there, and they don't really understand the greater plan, so to speak. They don't understand that you've got to, get those key blocks, or get away from blockers on defense, and keep the quarterback from going somewhere, because the main job on O-line is to give your quarterback somewhere to go. And I think that's going to be the key matchup, is the O-line versus the D-line on both sides. And I think that the key impact players are going to be Tom on the Cowboys, Fontes on the Cowboys, and then most likely, I'm going to guess probably on the Broncos, you're going to get a lot of Baldev, a lot of Cash. Baldev likes to throw Cash likes to throw to Baldev a lot on that outside slant out of the halfback ball, really quick stuff. He's more of like a count to 2.5 and throw it kind of guy. He'll either hit the hashes or hit that outside
real life
seam.
Quarterback. He's basically
you've got 3 seconds, and he's the only pocket passer quarterback I know of in the league. So a lot of defenders aren't used to defending that style. But if the defensive secondary of the Cowboys can hit those hashes, hit those outsides really quickly, they shouldn't have too much of an issue stopping it, because it's the word one-dimensional is not necessarily a bad thing if your one dimension is done really well, but I do think the Cowboys do come out with a win on this one, because I think they'll come down with some key stops. And while we've got a minute, I'd like to
do
some of our sponsors.
Shout out to Blueberry for clothes. Yeah,
clothes. Love to Decorate is a bi-monthly home and garden magazine, a monthly event, and of course, the LTD website, where you can get all your information relating to home and garden. We are the #1 resource for home and garden. We showcase all the amazing home and garden talents, such as designers, photographers, and stylists. LTD is an Abby Choice Award winner for Best Home and Garden Website. That was LTD. Vinyl. Vinyl is inspired by a messy combination of hipster, classic, rock, and whimsical imaginings with a dash of geek mixed in. You will find high-quality mesh, 100% original mesh clothing and accessories for women, men, and unisex. That is vinyl. Logolepsy. Logolepsy is a fascination or obsession with words. Logolepsy is bringing your favorite quotes and song lyrics to SL in a new artistic way. Logolepsy also makes posters, flyers, and invitations for your next big event. That is Logolepsy. And finally, last but not least, VR Sporting Goods. VR Sporting Goods, from custom gloves to standard gloves, face paints, and more, VR Sporting Goods has football gear for your next big game in the UFL.
Yeah!
That will complete our sponsors for the pregame.
Yeah, pregame sponsors. Shout out to Blueberry for clothes.
Ooh, clothes.
Yeah.
And while I got another quick minute, I'd like to say that we are still in need for commentators, streamers, referees, everything. If you like to take the pictures, we got those people too. We got the photographers. Whatever most of the time, if you've got a hobby, we can find something to give you something to do in this league. if you want a free ticket, tired of having to pay for tickets, make you a little bit of jingle in your pocket. It's not much, but it really does. It still helps. It helps the league. And it's something that is needed. So if you want to commentate, contact Matt Asadar. If you want to ref, contact Raz09. And I'm not sure who to contact about photography. But that's all I know.
Donate your souls. Souls.
All right.
We're not quite sure what the hold up here tonight here at the.
I still think it's the voice, but we got one player out on the field. I'm thinking it's the voice issues. If you don't know yet, we are having some technical difficulties on the sim. I was told earlier that the voice is working over there.
Yeah, we've been told that.
Yeah, we've been told that, but I don't. So if that's the case, it could be tickets. I'm not really sure what it could be. But if I do find out,
SL Voice been messing up lately. The last couple hours.
I've had problems with it since last weekend. They did an unscheduled maintenance last weekend, and since they did that, I've had nothing but issues out of it. I actually had to check in. Luckily, the referee was Horns, and I've known her for years, and she knows me not to be the cheating kind, so she let me check in through Jazzy's TeamSpeak. Because it's obvious I am who I am. It was. I would move around everything.
Billy.
Yeah, if you can fake my accent, congratulations. It's something that I wish I could get rid of.
It's like me and my typing skills. If you understand my typing or mock my typing, you know me well.
Right. And so I got to do that. So maybe they'll do that. If they could, they might do a check in through TeamSpeak. I don't really know. But what I'm most excited to see is I really do want to see the O-line of each team. Both of them do have a relatively young O-line. I think the only veteran on the O-line I've seen for the Cowboys is Q. Sometimes they swap out Q and Horns playing on O-line. They're both veteran players on O-line. I actually played with them last season. Very good players. On the O-line of the Broncos, they're all pretty much still green at it. They're all still pretty much learning. And so from their aspect, I will, from what I know, I'll offer what I do know. As far as angling and things like that, and try to be, completely inspirational, I guess, because I like to help as many people as possible, and in hopes that they're watching this in the future. So, hello, future Broncos, if you're watching this. But
back in the future.
If you guys didn't get a chance to see it at 5:00 every Friday, SLT Durgan's actually doing a player of each week. They're doing the players of the week in a roundtable discussion where they talk about team culture, practicing habits, tendencies in the league, all kinds of different things. It was a very exciting, insightful show. It was kind of cool to see some of the veteran players of the league show up and talk to Durgan, and they bounce some ideas off of each other. It was a very interesting show. And so if you missed it this week, kind of watch it on the Hitbox videos when it gets put up, and see what you missed, because it was a very solid show.
Yeah, and I'm getting a report to one of the refs that said it was a voice issue that's going on. So
I'm a genius.
Yeah, well,
Swish. Splash.
Yeah.
Wrong sport. But I called it.
You calm down, Kobe.
Called it.
Kobe Bryant.
That's probably not. Never mind.
Nah.
Never mind. I had a doozy set up, but I'm not going to say it.
A doozy set up. Well, at least he got more rings than LeBron James, so I'm kind of happy at that. But anyway, back
He's
to
got
football.
A lot of everything more than LeBron James.
Oh my God, Billy, really? Really?
Rings, cough, rings.
I bet he does.
Anyway, football.
Yeah, I look at this game as a crucial game that if you want to have a good mathematical odds for playoffs, you need to win your division conference games and win them good. Make a statement to the conference saying, "Hey, we're nothing to play with. We want playoff seed." So I look at this game of both sides. Of Broncos last week, just terrible. They need a lot of things to work on. They got to things to work on it, and for a fact that they worked on it. Cowboys.
All right, Cowboys.
To be honest with you, I really don't know what happened last week with them and the scheduling or anything like that.
I can't remember who they played.
Box 82.
Hang on, let me look it up and it'll jog my memory.
Yeah, and
Horn 69, Horn 69, Horn
the Broncos is going to
69.
be quarterback. You know how he's going to roll. He's still a young buck that's trying to develop in this league right now in this first season. I think officially quarterbacking. So
we got one more ref.
I think there's a lot up the grabs here for both teams. So I think if the first person to get a win here tonight
it's going to be fearsome.
really show some muscle, and I look more of the veteran friends of the Cowboys, saying they might have a better odds and chance taking this win over the Broncos right now, because the Broncos look like they're still trying to work out bugs than the Cowboys.
The thing is, though, is you got to also remember that the Cowboys are also off of a loss. I just looked it up. I did get a chance to watch it on stream later on. They played against the Warriors, and the Warriors made a couple of adjustments in that game, and they swapped Darian to MLB, for example, and he came down with some key interceptions, ended up getting player of the game. I think that if they can control that defensive and offensive trenches, if they can control that, give Fontes some room to go to the outside. He's definitely a scrambling outside of the hash kind of quarterback. You've got to give him that outside. Because if a quarterback's trying to run around, he's not going to be able to throw the ball, and he's going to end up picking turf out of his face mask all day long. So you've got to, you've got to get those blocks, especially the guards.
That was me that said that I was
messing
messing with Cash.
It's not as important to get a block as it is. Are important, yeah. But if you grab that DE and the LLB still running free, containing that outside,
Love you, ball,
you
Dave.
can really accomplish anything. In my argument, not really. Yeah, you got that block.
I know.
What is it? A key block. So necessarily, block numbers don't determine a good.
I use that official ref voice.
I think that giving your quarterback that separation and a good gap to read and somewhere to go if pressure gets to him. I think that's what separates
check in with
linemen from
to
a
the
great
side over there by Pitt.
Yeah. I totally agreed. Also, I think it also comes down to the key block.
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Jonah,
Lord, we're fine. They'll be like, watch it.
And also on the defensive front,
Good
I'd
luck,
like to
Broncos.
see
We
who
love
reads
you.
the gaps better. Who can, see maybe
I love you, Broncos.
all the way
I'm your biggest
outside.
fan.
They can find a better
No,
angle
I'm his
going
biggest
through
fan.
the gaps in the other line. Because I do think that there will be offensive line gaps, because there always are. Unless you're a very veteran O-line.
The cheerleaders are to
there's usually some pretty big gaps.
All right.
A lot of defenses this year, they like to bring pressure on that A strong side gap. I've noticed instead of bringing their strong side all the way out to the outside, they will bring their defensive end out to be that outside pressure, and then they will blitz in their OLB into that strong side A gap. And I've seen that, I've seen that during a lot of teams. I've seen that a couple times last week. I'm not gonna air anybody's defense out, but I'm just saying some things that I saw. But I think that if either team can utilize that to their advantage, take advantage of some gaps, we'll see a couple sacks.
As long as they're booed, I'm down.
I don't know.
It's going to be the battle up front. It's going to be the battle up
Which
front.
side you choose the
And how
coin.
it's going to be. And also it depends on who's
Using
quarterback for the
heads.
Broncos on the
It is gonna
offensive
be
side.
heads.
Cash going to throw, act like Peyton Manning, stay in the pocket, do quick distance dash, handoff runs, mobile runs on the left and right. You know what I mean? If he does that,
I'm fired.
that's going to be a totally different scheme of defense. They're going to play for, example of a Troy Briere. Troy Briere is going to move all around the field. It's just Cash just brings a different element to the game that we don't see in a lot of teams. So it's different mindset, different game plan. It just depends on who they're going to face and how they're going to face it, and just a bunch of articles, math. It just depends on the situation here. It looks like the Cowboys will get the ball first, so we'll see if they're all going to do anything here in the opening drive here tonight of a 6:16 kickoff due to voice problems here tonight.
Son.
Shout out to SL. Why you have to do unscheduled maintenance now?
And it's always during the games. Always. It's always
Shout out
during
to
the games.
weekends.
Woo weekends. Another thing, I didn't say it earlier, but we've got a minute. Why not? I think the weakest point, if I had to guess one, it would probably be the coverage of the Broncos. I think that they're still they don't communicate very well. I can tell by looking at the way they move. Their zone handoffs have got to be a lot tighter and a lot crisper. They don't that you can tell that like a cornerback doesn't know that he should be going deep if the safety has to go middle to help that MLB. You can tell it because the cornerback is still up front all alone, and then there's usually somebody in the far left-hand side hitting that sideline or the right-hand side hitting that sideline wide open. We saw that a lot last week, and maybe they fixed that some this week. If they could just fix the communication between the MLB safeties and corners, they'd be a lot better. Now I know that's a lot easier said than done. That's a very it's a very veteran thing, to establish communication and to know your players well enough to, say, hey, I'm letting him go in middle. It's also a very split second thing.
Yeah, it's also trust. Like the kid
Definitely.
said in the winning circle, I caught a little bit earlier, that it's all about the trust factor of players and one another in coverage, mostly in coverage and blocking and moving. It's just all around is trust.
One thing that is different for the Broncos is that they have Zephyr this week, and they did not last week. So that might be a little bit more of an impact.
I think he was actually there, but I think he was on O-line for a little bit.
I don't know if he was there last week or not. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember him being there, but like you could be right. He could have been on O-line. I just didn't have my tags on, didn't notice him. But normally his shape is huge, and you can't miss him.
Yeah,
He's actually whittled down his shape some this year.
been working out.
I guess so. He's normally kick is up.
Kick is off it good. Go to the left side of the back of the end zone. Up by Tom Box. We'll see Tom can do anything here. He's going to dance around and ice it up on the left side. He's going to keep looking around, keep looking. Nice hole. Picks up 28 yards. Tackled by Cass Sepultura. Let's see what the Cowboys can do here now.
I think that was a good run by Tom, and I think that if he had a couple more blockers in front of him, he could have really made them pay for lackadaisical containment. They really didn't get there until the late end of that play. I think when he had that outside seam, if the blockers would have got there a little bit sooner, he could have been gone.
Let's see what Fearsome will do here.
Cowboys
will do here now. The new quarterback of the Cowboys here is standard shotgun formation, but play is stopped.
This is our first look at him of the season. I haven't seen him play quarterback before here.
We're good now.
I know Fierce. Well, I don't physically know him, but I saw Fearsome played against him.
Can we take the full 2 minutes, ref? He's logging right back in.
SL.
Yes, so
we don't have to take a minute
right
time
at the
out.
beginning of when football really get going, he's been around.
I'll bring him over here.
He's capable. He can get the job done. He is an excellent quarterback. I think he will be good fit for the Cowboys if this is their quarterback for the future.
I think that this is an investment. If they're going to make it, they need to make it soon. They need to find their quarterback. They've kind of, they experimented some with Magma in the preseason, then they got Fontes back, and they played with him some. He's actually just now logging on. I don't know what happened there. Fontes just logged on. Yeah, he was relogging. That's who the timeout was for. Okay. They actually called a timeout and to let Fontes relog. That could be why we saw Fearsome at quarterback. Not sure.
Could be, but I think we had a scrim earlier this week with I think he was scrimming. That's Cervantes, but Fearsome. I do believe. I can't remember this shit.
What's his style? Do you remember anything about when you played him this week?
His style is like he's a moving quarterback. A normal moving quarterback. He goes left, he goes right. You see the hole, take the hole. You don't see the hole, he look for a pass, make something whole. You know what I mean? It's
pretty much the cookie cutter quarterback for the UFL. Pretty much the typical style.
Standard style. Standard. As Cervantes is now in the backfield. We got Horns, Tom Box on the left side. We got Pick and Matt Asadar on the left side. And we have Cervantes and Fearsome in the backfield. Ball's in play. So the standard shotgun formation on the left side of the hash mark of my view. Fearsome to go to stand still, but gets sacked by Cat Sepultura. There could be a problem there as Fearsome to stand still on that one.
Remember what I said earlier about the gaps. They actually brought pressure on the B gap on that one. Their left guard was caught sleeping. He went in between that left guard and the center and just clocked him. Even though They're bringing pressure on the weak side. It's typical, and you notice some linemen will completely ignore them. You can't do that. If you notice that OLB on the weak hand side is blitzing gap and coming in hot, you've got to grab him because I think the quarterback might have been able to outrun him if he had known that there was pressure coming from the weak side, but I don't think that he saw that in time because it seemed like as soon as he hiked the ball, he was
to fix this issue.
Oh, he can't move. He's stuck.
Yeah,
okay. That would explain it. Because normally you could get away from it quicker than that, even though that guard missed that block. But anyway,
it looked like a play was going to be a running play because it looked like everybody was committed to the run on the right side, on the far side. So I think he was actually trying to go right and try to get a nice momentum going on the right side with the run play. So.
Cash still came in hot on that one. So if they do bring pressure again on that outside, that weak side, you still, even though it's the big gap, you still have to, be more attentive to it because you can't have that much pressure. Yeah, I know he was stuck, but even I think it would have, still been a pretty good amount of pressure with that little bit of. But then again, the O-line might have just stopped knowing that their quarterback couldn't move. I don't know. We will see. In take 2.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, that look like Peterson going to relog here in this beginning of the first play.
Second relog of the quarter.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to burn another timeout.
I don't. Yeah, this is visitor timeout on it. So.
Wow. So they've already spent 2 timeouts in the first quarter. Yeah, they charged them a timeout. Hefe just told me so. I don't know. To me, I got to keep my timeouts. I'd find somebody just to play till the next possession. I know that some key players are key, but you've got Max Harcourt over on the bench. I say just for a possession, put Fontes in at quarterback. Be confident in your team and get up the field. That would have been my call because you never know what that second quarter is going to bring. And using 2 timeouts for relogs like that, it might come back to bite them later on. And they might be they might be watching this later on going, no, Bill, you're an idiot. We did great. But, for right now, I would hold my timeouts because you never know what's going to happen. With the fumbles, it's completely random. You never know. And don't get me started. I can't stand them, but don't get me started. That's a totally different soapbox for a different day. But
fumbles? We don't fumble.
I hate them. But
welcome to real life, buddy.
I hate
Balls
fumbles.
in play. Yeah, it's just been called here, so don't delay game. But I think balls will be in play here. Pearson now moving on the field is 2nd and 15 here at a beautiful day at UFL field. Temperature is 100 degrees.
Oh Lord!
I see a lot of players wearing long sleeve stuff, but it's really 100 degrees. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Now, here we go. Let's play some football here now. Let's hope no one calls a timeout here. Ball's in play.
Down, set, head.
Fearsome rolls right. See a hole, pick up a gap. He's going to go right. Sees a hole. Nope. Psych. He's going to still run. Nice containment of the Broncos. He's going to chuck it up deep. 1-on-1 with the safety, but incomplete. No one was there, Billy, on that one. That was way deep.
That was intended for horns, was it not? In
I
that
saw
deep middle
yellow.
route?
I saw white, there.
I'm pretty sure that was intended for horns. I think she just undercut it. I think that was a good decision, especially under pressure, and I think the safety could, if he had been covering it tighter than that, that could have been intercepted.
Down, set, height.
Fearsome, 3rd down and 15, critical down. Fearsome rolls out, 1-on-1 coverage. He goes way back. He's still going. He goes turn on his sprint. He's going to go back to the left. He's looking. See someone short. He's going to take the yards. He's going to run. Got Fearsome. Nice juke back and move forward. Tackle by Zane Titanium. Pick up 10 yards, 4th and 6.
It was a good job to get the 4th down, but I think that if whoever was blitzing on that right-hand side, if they would have had more help on the left side, I think Cash kind of got a little bit too greedy and he went right as well. I think that if they would have contained the left side with either a linebacker or a DE, I think that would have been a sack. But see, there was no containment. The blitzing linebacker on the strong side had no help. He tried to do it on his own. Everybody else was going in with him, trying to all go for the sack, and you can't do that. You have to be an unselfish D lineman.
Fearsome hike the ball, go right, see a hole, go and pick up the late, but poor block.
That's
by...
way better.
Poor blocking on the Cowboys front, but nice pickup on the Broncos, the sack and a turnover on downs.
That was great containment by the Broncos. I've seen a lot of improvement on their defensive front.
Yeah, good containment. It looked like Cass Patera will be quarterback in here in a pistol set on the right side.
But don't be so shocked if you see him roll some, because when we scrimmed them this week, I did notice Cash rolling a little bit, trying a little bit of different stuff. So maybe he, we might see. He actually ran the ball a couple times, which was unlike him.
See what Cass Patera will do here now is some guy is.
They got an extra man on the field.
Yeah. Pistol left formation, excuse me, not right. Cass Patera will get off his ball. Now he's going to call it delay a game here now. What the heck is going on here?
Yeah, this is just a big case of miscommunication. I'm surprised they're not getting flagged for this because they have way too many men on the field, and he was, I don't know the rule.
He is getting flagged.
I don't know the rule for it in Second Life football, but I know in real life football, if you're in front of the numbers, like if you're on the, towards the hash side of the numbers on the inside, they'll flag you for it. I don't know how it works on UFL. I'm pretty sure you have to be in the box for it not to count. It's too many players on the field. But I think they might have just enforced the delay game. I don't think they did flag for too many players on the field.
Yep, there we go. Catch up there. Hand off right up the middle. Nice blocking.
Nice.
Lane.
He's
nice.
still
Got
going.
the first down and a little bit more. Tackle by Massador. Pickup of 17 yards.
Containment. I've said it like 7 times already. That was not the best containment I think we've seen out of the Cowboys. Like I said earlier, about the Broncos, the Cowboys kind of did the same thing. They all went in for the runner, but the thing is nobody watched the left side. And so Baldev made one cut, hit that left. Good read by Baldev. Really nice blocks on that right-hand side to set him up with a hole on the left. Awesome job by the up front.
Cash Epitero rolled out left. You're going to keep looking for a nice comeback route. Nice comeback route. Pick up a 4-yard tackle by Not Massador. Pick up a 4 yards.
See, he's rolling. I told you. It's so uncash-like of him, but he's actually rolling some. He's still making quick passes, but...
Yeah, and that was a nice comeback route on that side. He went all the way to looked like the first down, and came right back, and Cass suspected him, and nice comeback route. Nice
good
play.
comeback on the receiver. I think, I don't know if that was necessarily a design thing. I think that he noticed that Cash was getting a little bit of pressure on him. He came back and grabbed that one, but it could have been design.
Fake handoff. He's going to keep rolling. Gotta be sacked! It is sacked! Tackle by Bryce. Loss of 15 yards. 3rd and 21.
Yeah, I think that was just a case of Cash getting tunnel vision. I think that he was really looking for Baldev on that outside seam. I think that because the coverage was so tight, that was really more of a coverage sack, but the blocking up front could have been tighter. It has been tighter on this drive. They don't want to get this much momentum and then just turn around and give it all to the Cowboys for making a defensive stop. So you've got to get at least, in field goal range, which I think they've actually gotten that. So they don't want to lose any more yards.
Pistol formation on the right side. Let's see if they're going to try to get a field goal range or take a shot in the end zone here on the 27-yard line. Cash rolls out, looks left. He's looking. One-on-one coverage. Going to crossfield. Middle.
Beautiful.
Caught!
Good
AJ
Lord, that was
Johnson.
gorgeous placement.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Perfect ball placement like Billy
The play
said.
is under review.
And they're going to get up for the 1 point extra.
Whoever's in coverage on that play, don't hang your head. That was just really good ball placement. He saw the underneath coverage, and then he just threw it. And anytime you have one-on-one like that, if the quarterback can place the ball right, there's not really a whole lot the coverage can do. Just, say, I'll get them next time. Don't hang your head. Still early in this game. Prove yourself in the next drive.
Yeah, and I think also you can think about it. Cowboys started off this game really, really slow with those 2 timeouts. So.
They've had a rough going out so far.
But the game's still early. 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Broncos are winning 7-0 over the Cowboys.
Well, while we've got a minute, I'd like to let everybody know that this game is sponsored by Blueberry.
Close.
At some point, possibly we're going to make a commercial.
Well, people do say I got the voice for it.
Well, people say I got the face for radio, so maybe that's what they mean.
Hey, you never know. But good first drive, and except that sack, but that was just perfect ball placement and perfect pass and catch by Cat Sepatero and M. Johnson and W. Johnson.
Not to take anything from Johnson, that was a great catch, but I don't know of many receivers that would miss that play. That was a really good throw by Cash. He had really good placement.
Agreed.
Good job by the receiver, and I'm not trying to take anything away from you, but I don't know of many quarterbacks that could have placed the ball that well. That was a top tier placement throw. Good read. He was under a little bit of pressure. The blocking wasn't at his best, but Cash really doesn't care. He's like, I don't care. I'm gonna get that ball out.
Massadar caught the ball. He's going to pass the 25. He's going to go to the 30. Nope. Now he's going to the 30. Nice juke and drop. He got 25 yards.
And they're back in, decent field position. This is about where they started last time. Last time they started on the 28, 30, right in that area. So maybe they can actually get to north of their 50 on this one.
We'll see. 1st and 10. We'll see what Pearson will do here now in the standard shotgun formation here again here now. Standard shotgun and standard defense of outside linebackers. Pearson rolls out. Nice block on the outside. He's still looking. It looked like it might be a comeback route. It is.
Good coverage.
Overthrown and complete pass.
That was a case of really good coverage in time for them to let the coverage in time for the Blizzards to get to him. I think they had some decent blocking up front on the left-hand side. The right-hand side kind of just let him through, but it was some decent blocking on the left, enough for him to, hit outside and make a good read. I just think that he got rid of it instead of getting sacked, trying to live another down. Because I think if he would have thrown it in bounds, it would have been an interception.
Well, I saw Massadark on the sideline doing a comeback route, and there was no one in front of him. I'm surprised he did not throw that ball to Matt. At least get like 2 or 3 yards out of the play or something out of that nature. Make something happen instead of
absolutely
throwing.
But I think it was just a little bit too late, though. You got to think he was already running towards the sideline. I think that he's, may have been afraid that him throwing the ball would have, gotten him out of bounds or something of that nature. I think it was a good decision on Matt to come back, but I think it was a little bit too late. If he'd have done it sooner, I think that would have been a really good play, especially if he'd have got some yaks on top of it.
Bunch formation, standard shotgun formation here again here now. So we'll stand here. Sorry about that. We are helping someone in local. Standard shotgun formation. 2 outside linebackers on each side of the defense of the Broncos. Good cover so far on the Broncos. We'll see if the Cowboys could do anything, get some positive yards going. There's nothing positive except one time on the Cowboys so far in this game.
Mm-hmm. They've had a rough going out. I honestly, the only positive they had was like a 6 or so yard run on 3rd down, and I think that was just a little bit too late. The blocking hasn't been as good as it has been in games past, but I think that's because that we're seeing a pretty potent defensive front as far as the Broncos is concerned. They're getting in there. That we only saw really one instance of bad containment, and they made up for it. And I think that's just because I think Cash got a little bit too overzealous, and I think that he noticed that. He's actually over on strong side now, so maybe they've made that adjustment there, put a little bit better, someone better at containment on that other side, and let Cash be the the gap blitzer kind of guy.
Just take the plunge.
Take it.
Be the guy that basically, oh, look at me, I'm wide open, instead of.
I just noticed that one of their impact receivers isn't here. Pick is actually, he's on the bench right now. Pick Montana is usually one of their impact receivers. He's a pretty decent deep threat.
Fearsome rolls out deep, rolls out back. Nice hold, nice contain. No blocker, but behind by Cass Sepatero. Loss of 6 yards. 3rd and 16. Billy. The Broncos' defensive front is making
Do I need to say
noise.
it again?
Yes, say it again.
Containment.
But
I think what that is, yes, it was good containment, but I think that was more of a case of the O-line miscommunicated. They didn't block who they needed to block.
Fearsome rolls out right. Going to throw it deep. It is intercepted by Zach Tatum.
Containment.
He's going to keep going outside. He got a lane. He got a hole. He is gone. The Broncos pick 6 by Zayna Tatum. Score of 26 yards. Touchdown Broncos.
Zev is showing again that when he is here, the Broncos are a different team. He's probably their best defender, if not one of their more better defenders. That was good containment. The blocks just aren't happening. I saw the angle that left guard was trying to make. I think it was too deep of an angle. I think if he'd have been a little bit more shallow, at least try to dance with him or something, I think that they would have gotten a little bit more progress. But the quarterback's not having anywhere to go. He's forced to stay in the middle. So basically, everything he's throwing is probably a throw he's not normally comfortable with making. I think he is probably more of a hit the hash and throw it to somebody on that side kind of quarterback, and he's not getting the hashes. So I don't know how effective he's going to be today if the offensive line of the Cowboys can't get something going. If this was me and I was struggling that much, I would try something. I would say, hey, swap with me. I do it a lot during scrim games. Like if I notice that I can't block somebody. Period. If I miss every now and then, I'll stay put. But if I've got a ultimate mismatch, I'll say swap with me. We got to try something. So maybe do that. Maybe swap somebody in for somebody else.
And after that touchdown, at the end of the first, no, actually 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Excuse me.
If you were to ask me to make an adjustment, I would probably put Pick in at receiver and Horns in on that other guard ball. And I think that they would be a little bit more productive.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
Horns
she's had a
more
couple
of a
passes.
lineman. Yeah.
She's had a couple passes intended for her, and she's not come down with either one of them when she was wide open. So I think she is a little bit more of a lineman, even though she probably is trying to develop at receiver. But to me, development's for practice, not during a game. I'd put her at O-line where I could be
nice
more productive.
move by Cervantes. Pick up 14 yards. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, but I'd put her at O-line, and maybe that looks like what they're going to do.
No, they're going to
Nope.
keep the same line now. They're going to the bunch formation on the right side this time. Now, Pick Montana's now coming on the field here.
I don't think that spreading the field's going to help much if they can't get much blocking. If they can get that block on that right side, Q has got to block Cash, plain and simple, period. If he doesn't get that block, Fearsome's going to have a tough day. Going to have a bad time.
Down, set,
I can't remember what shows that's from, but you're going to have a bad time.
Well, Pick Montana did a pinch on that side. He's going to roll out, and he's going back. He's going to help out Fearsome. Wide open, deep pass!
open!
It is incomplete. I don't know who was wide open on that deep
That was
cover.
Pick on the right-hand side. He did a deep post route where he faked posting out to the out, and then he posted in. I think that was just – I don't think that was necessarily the best ball placement from my angle. It looked like it looked like Eric Slayton actually had a better play on that ball.
Fearsome rolls out, roll back out, see a hole. It's going to take sideline.
Good containment. He's gone.
No, nice sack and loss of yards. Talk about lone wolf, loss of 6.
Again, you have got to give him that hash. If he can't hit the outside, I don't think he's going to be able to produce. Yeah, if somebody deep middle's open, wonderful. But I don't think that's happening often enough for them to be able to produce. You've got to get him to that outside. You see you've got Tom over here on the strong side outside. More than likely, that's going to be who they're designing the play to go to, if I had to guess. So what they've got to do is Bryce has got to get to this outside and get Tyree. You've got to grab that strong side linebacker. Even if somebody does miss that DE, that's fine. But you've got to grab. Okay, they're bringing Horns in.
Shotgun formation. He's going to roll out, goes front middle, and it is intercepted.
Another one.
But Baldev tackled by Cervantes, pick up for 3 yards on that interception. That looked like a misadjustment there, Billy, on that one. He had the ball, and looked like he just missed over adjusted.
I don't think so. I think that was just a case of Baldev being there. He read the play. I think that he jumped the snap. I think he just wanted the ball more. Yeah, it might have been a misadjustment, but Baldev, he made it read. And and that's one thing you have to do if you're going to play that MLB ball. They have came to play today, and I will admit that the Broncos are earning some serious respect as far as this commentator is concerned. If you'd have told me that they would have been playing this well defensively, I don't know if I'd have believed you. But they have showed some serious improvement.
Cash rolls out deep. He goes super way back. Everybody's on the right side. He goes to the lone wolf side. He's going to chuck it out. Look like a missed play. It'll be 2nd and 10 here. But did that ball pass the line of scrimmage?
Mm-hmm.
Did, okay.
It did on my side. That was a good call on him to live to fight another down. The O-line didn't get their block on that one, which from what we've seen today is kind of a rare case. He hasn't been hit any so far. And I think that's...
Here.
He hasn't gotten hit at all today, I don't think. So I think that's another thing that we've noticed is the differences in pressure. And that was the first thing I said when I told, remember when we talked about the key matchups is the front. And I think that the front three or front four, whatever you want to call them, usually the tight end runs a check and release. So I'm going to say front three, so to speak.
Cats roll that handoff. He's going to have nice running room. Keep going. Chuck it forward. Pick up 8 yards. Tackle by Tom Box. By ball dev.
Yeah, that's just a case of them biting on the counter. They rolled left in the halfback run right. You have to contain. You have to trust your DE and OLB on both sides. You have to contain both sides of the ball. Because if you just go in there hungry and grab
the ball wasn't in play there, bro. You got to bring that back.
Baldev did it last drive. He's punishing him for it. He's very good at his cuts. He's very good at picking his angles. So you've got to contain that run.
Left.
He is a run back. Don't underestimate anybody on this roster.
The play was under review.
There's a flag on the play. I saw one of the players on the Cowboys. Oh, so it's going to be on the Broncos here.
I'm not sure what for.
Ball's in play. I don't know what shirt we figure out in a minute.
Ball was never in play.
Ball was never in play, and
that's a shame. Did we just say the same thing?
Yep. Go ahead, say it, Billy.
That was a good run by Baldev. He made a really good read. The O-line really sold the run, and I think the reason why that worked so well is because how aggressive that O-line was. They went over there and they grabbed that left side. So everybody else was like, "Oh, we've got to hurry up and get to this left-hand side and contain." Well, the problem is Baldev was going right the whole time.
Well, how about another handoff at the counter left? Baldev's going to roll
He's gonna
back.
pass it.
It looks like he's going to throw it here.
Got a man open.
He's going to take the yards instead. Going to pick up 2 yards. 3rd and 13.
I don't think that was necessarily the best read Baldev could have made. Yes, it's always better to gain yards than to lose, and that's my John Madden impression. But I think that if he would have hit that person on that middle 10 and in, I think that would have been 6 points because the safety was sleeping. Both of them were up front, and I think that if he would have just stayed short or stayed straight, he'd have had the angle, and that'd have been 6 points. But hey, you got to live to fight another down. I understand.
Yep, 3rd down and pistol formation on the left. He's going to go right. He's going to go left. Look with the short line. Someone wide open middle. 2 wide open middle. 1-on-1. Intercepted by Cervantes. Pick up 1 yard. Nice pick by Cervantes. Redeemed himself on that last
We need to
drive
bring
by
in
the
a player.
Cowboys that got intercepted.
I think that they're trying to force the issue here with the pass. I don't think that Fontes is somebody on that defensive secondary you want to be picking on. I think that there are other players that I would throw against first. Because to me that wasn't as open as it looked. I think that Fontes gave them the illusion of being open and he jumped that route. He had a good angle on that the whole time, and that's something you got to know when you're throwing that ball. I think that if he would have thrown it a little bit more underneath, then it would have gave Fontes a lot less time to jump the route and the receiver could have came down with it. But I think that he lobbed the ball up way too high. And the Cowboys have used all of their timeouts. I just received info.
Yes, 0 timeouts on the Cowboys. That might come back to haunt them later on.
If I was the Broncos, I'd score if it was possible, but I'd just run the ball upfield. And
oh, there's 1 timeout left.
It's change possession.
Yep,
so there's 1 timeout left. They didn't have to use it. But what was I saying? I lost my train of thought.
Something about possession.
Oh,
Timeouts.
yeah. No, before that. Before the timeout thing.
Down, set,
Anyway.
hike.
Anyway. As
Yeah.
Pearson rolls left, he goes right. Nice containment. See a gap. He might take it. He's not taking it. That
Containment.
cross. Nice did not contain. He throws a deep 1-on-1 cover with the Bronco player, and he is caught by Cervantes down the sideline, tackle behind. Pick up 35 yards. A nice pass and deep play on that one.
If I was on the defensive front, I would be mad as Hades at the defensive secondary for messing that play up because the defensive containment was there. And if they would have covered him for just a second longer, that would have been a sack. So I would be like, hey, tighten it up. Get your life together.
Two running back to the backfield. Masdar and Montana in the backfield of this play. It's going to
Down,
look like a
set,
2 wide
hike.
receivers on the strong weak side. Now they're going to go right. Fearsome looking. Got some more blockers to help block. He see a hole. It's going to take the yards and a lot more. Pick up 1st down and a little bit more. Pick up 15-yard tackle by Zaynatarium.
I do have to say that was one of the cases of lack of containment. The left side OLB was there by himself, and it's so hard to bring somebody down, whenever you're just by yourself. He's got to have some backup. So one thing is that when your D linemen get blocked,
Down, set,
you've got to
hike.
change your role. It's all about rotation.
Pearson rolls out to the right. He's got a little bit more blockers this time. Going to throw it too deep. Was that caught?
The play is
I
under
think he was out
review.
of bounds.
I don't know. But they're going to review this play. I think they're going to do that. That was close.
Hefe said that it looked in on his angle, and they're probably going to judge it by his angle because they're going to watch the instant replay. So if it looked into him, it's going to be in. Yeah.
So as it stands right now, touchdown Cowboys, and there will look like they're going to be only a touchdown short right this moment. But this play look like it might be under review here now. But nice catch play by Cervantes made this all happen when that 1-on-1 play on that right side was a 1-on-1 Bronco, and he caught the ball and got 35 yards out of it.
That's another case. That same safety is getting beat up this possession. They've been doing well. The coverage has been well. I think that maybe they could have just swapped somebody and utilized a mismatch. I don't know what's going on there, but they've got to do something in coverage on that one. I'd change the safety because that was 2 times in a row he got tore up.
Yeah, on that right side.
And the last thing you want to do, right before the half, is to give any momentum to the Cowboys if you're wanting to win this one. Because if the Cowboys get rolling and their O-line gets where they're blocking, they're a very solid team. They have the talent at receiver. It's just they have a young O-line. So I think that if they get rolling, this game could get ugly. So you want to run ball control. If this is a touchdown, if I was the Broncos, I'd realize, hey, they are biting in on the run, and their run containment is kind of stale right now. I would run it down their throat, and then when they start creeping up, I'd go to the air. But I would run the ball. Baldev's looking really good running the ball. So I'd let him run the ball as much as possible. And their run blocking is, in my opinion, a little bit more solid than their pass blocking anyway. So I think that's what I would do.
Yeah, and go back to your point about the young offensive line. We still wait. Only person experienced online I see is Phoenix Falcon. That I used to play with some back in. Look at this play. It's going to be called back here.
Q played O-line with me last season.
Yeah, Q. That's what I'm saying. Because that's the only person. Oh, yeah. Q played offensive line too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Phoenix was on that team last season too, or was not? Touchdown.
No, Phoenix was not on our team last season.
So, just I guess
TD confirmed.
TD confirmed this touchdown Cowboys. So I mean, this got
That was
one person on the left guard that looked like they still need to gel with, but other than that,
And I think that it's also a case of possibly the guards on the opposite side trying to do too much. You'll see them dancing around, not really knowing who they should block. Block your guy. Do your job. Because if you don't and you mess up twice, if you miss your guy and the other guy's guy, you just look that much worse. So what you want to do, and I'm saying this from experience, this is probably my biggest weakness, and Jazzy yells at me for this every day. I try to block more than one person. I'm not Terrence Cody. I can't do it. So what you want to do is just, or not Terrence Cody, he was on D-line, but Michael Orr, you want to just block your guy, do your job, hinder him as much as possible if you can't get the block.
is Michael Orr the person that what's on the Ravens also made a movie about the blind side and all that? Yeah.
Yep. He's an offensive lineman.
He doesn't like that movie too. I think.
That movie was pretty good.
He doesn't like it though because it's
probably not
because a lot.
Well,
of
they made it look
up.
like his parents only wanted him for the money, and to me, that's the way it looked to me. But I don't think that's really the case. I don't think that's why they adopted him at all. But that's kind of how it looked in the movie because they just rushed through everything.
Yeah. Shout to money.
Money.
Money. That's the lineup for the extra point here now.
Yeah.
Good. That was a good drive, the Cowboys.
Very solid drive. But
passing game, running game, everything clicked on that one.
That is not the best defensive coverage we've seen of the Broncos tonight. They've looked solid so far. They've got to tighten it back up. They can't just stand there and watch them catch it and run it downfield like that, or else this is going to be a bad game for them. You're looking good. Don't stop now. Do the things you were doing from the get-go. Don't forget the little things, because the little things turn out to be a big thing. Think about Legos. You got to build them all together to make a bigger picture. So get the blocks, Do the little things. The containment looks wonderful. Even if you've got to do it on the defensive front alone, get in there and hit him because you're doing a good job. Just make sure that the coverage can cover him long enough for you to get to him. Don't leave anything open deep. And that's it.
We're lining up for the extra point here as both refs are on the field right now. Our refs are tonight is Raz McAndrews, Pip Boss, and S. Dot.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
for refing.
If you want to be a ref commentator or want to help out the league, donate your soul.
Yeah.
Soul Life, son.
That's what the S stands for. Okay.
Yeah. So, there you are. Look like they're still reviewing it, or
I don't know. I received info that the touchdown was confirmed, but
could be
I'm
the
not
Broncos challenged it.
I don't know if
There
you
is
can
challenge-
challenge an already reviewed play. Is that possible to challenge a play that's already been reviewed? Because I know in the NFL it's not.
No, it's not. Okay, so
Yeah, I
FA
just- yeah.
confirmed.
He said he's confused, and so am I. You can't challenge a play that has already been under review. I don't know of any league where you could, because the refs have already sat there and looked at it for 10 minutes.
Maybe the refs are just feel like take another look at this.
Because it's a touchdown.
Well, that's another thing. I was
you
told that
lose
once
a
the ref made the
timeout for
call, I thought that it was pretty much
challenge.
final unless you have a challenge. But anyway,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I thought that's how refing worked. But I don't know anything anymore. I'm
Yeah.
just some guy from Alabama.
It look like the refs are leaving the field as we moment, flying up in the air, and look like the touchdown is going to be good.
Woo!
The play clock now has been running. Tom
Down,
Bass going to
set.
call this cadence and extra point up, and it's good. 14-7, Cowboys. Now, Billy, what you think the Broncos need to do here now? Run the ball more?
I think they need to go out there and do what they've been doing and quit trying to do what they're not. The Broncos are, in my opinion, are not a let's throw it deep kind of team. You have good run blocking. You have an established runner in Baldev. If you have to, hand it off to him every play. I don't think that doing trick plays and stuff like that are going to be your way to victory. The little cutesy handoff plays to Baldev, that's fine and good. Do that when you've got an established lead. Do what got you to this point. Run the ball. Play ball control. The more you keep it out of their hands, the less they're going to score. You're already winning, so why try to do something that's, that hasn't got you any points, any yards whatsoever? The short passes are working. Everything else is working. Get rid of the crazy stuff.
Crazy bounce. That team got the ball past the 30. Still got yards. Nice handoff to Baldev, but only pick up 1 yard on that one.
Yeah, that play was over before the handoff even began.
Yep. Good special team coverage on the Cowboys. Alright, so pistol formation here again. Billy said need to run ball more. I agree.
Run the ball.
With only 8 minutes left in
Down,
this
set.
first half. Cat's going to hand off the ball. Beautiful hole, but he did not cross the line, so
He's
he might
gonna
be
pass
looking for a pass. Cat's going back out. He's still looking. He's throwing deep. It is short. Almost intercepted.
I don't know. To me, it's like when he made that left-hand cut, if that guard would have went over there and got that block, he could have ran it and gotten at least 10 yards. I don't know, and I don't mean to be rude at all. I don't. But it's like, I don't know why do you have to do complicated things when simple would get you at least 10 yards, especially when both of these halfback passes, neither of them have worked at all. One being, I believe one was an interception, was it not? And then the other one was an incomplete pass to the outside.
Yep. Cash looked like going to fake handoff, but
Bam.
thrown up by Bryce. Bryce said, nah, Cash. Nah, I'm going
This
to the
block
fake.
right there. He
Missed
just
the
came in there
block.
with his ears pinned back.
Yep, lost him 9 yards. It'd be third down here.
He didn't even make an angle. He just ran in there straight. You've got to
got a
get
light
those
change?
blocks when they run straight at you like that.
Sure.
Like you said, he probably overcomplicated, Billy.
Mm-hmm.
Pistol formation on the left side, tight end close by on the left, 2 wide receivers on the right side here. They need some big yards here now to get their first down. As the clock going to keep ticking down.
Down, set, hike.
Keep ticking down. He's keep rolling. He's looking out. He throws a deep under route. Perfect play. Pick up 12 yards. Nice design comeback route.
They
Maybe
finally,
a little-
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It looked like a little bit more manageable.
Well, they finally are running their offense, but it's 3 downs too late. That was great. That was a good play. Why didn't we do that on first down? That's the part I don't get. Why are we doing these crazy handoff kind of deals? I don't understand it.
Cass punt the ball deep, out of bounds. No tap. Combine got it. Pick up at 15 yards.
I thought that was going to be a coffin corner punt, but Tom ended up picking it up.
Yep, same here. So it looked like Pearson would stick with the two running backs in the backfield and 2 wide receivers on one side and 1 single wideout on the other. Broncos are going to stick with their same coverage defense here. What do you think the Cowboys need to do here now, Billy?
If the safety's going to keep running man, then I say keep punishing him for it. He's got a man open deep right, and
deep right, wide open, 1-on-1.
Get out of man coverage. Get out of man coverage. This is not the CFL. Get out of man coverage.
Wow, that was wide open. I would have over-adjusted. I think that was Cervantes. Completely missed the catch on that one. Wide open, and that will be 6 right there.
If you'll look, Eric Slayton and A.J. Rich on that side both did the bump and run man coverage. It doesn't work.
He's going to keep rolling, Pearson, keep looking. He sees someone open middle, but
and deep right.
Lost a 4 on the play.
They've got to do something there because if he would have gotten rid of it, that safety would have got to pick who scored. They had somebody open deep mid, and they had somebody open deep right, and semi deep middle.
Two running back in the backfield, same here. Formation again here.
Down, set, hike.
Third down and 12. Pearson rolls out. Look, it's someone wide open in the middle.
Good blocks.
It's going to keep going. Nice blocks. Nice contain. Throws it short. It is caught by Tom Box, but just short of the first down.
Go for it. Go for it. You want to get momentum. You're behind by 7 points.
Yeah, they're going
Your
for it.
defense has done well so far. Go for it. Normally I'd say midfield punt the ball, but do it.
Yep, go for it here.
Down,
Fourth
set,
down.
hike.
Fans are on their feet as they go right. Look like a run play.
Good blocking, back containment. He's got a first down at least.
And a little bit more tackled by one of the Broncos players. Pick up 8 yards. Nice call.
It looks like everybody bit inside on that one, and I'm not sure what they were doing. I don't know why they didn't try to go for that outside contain.
I don't know either, Billy. I don't know either. As Pearson rolls out, he's got a lot of blockers.
He bit in.
He goes deep.
Somebody open deep.
2-on-1.
Intercepted.
Intercepted by M.W. Johnson. 2-on-1, and Broncos won.
I still think that was a bit of a deep spread for each of the safeties. I think the receiver could have came down with that play that he just misjudged it. But great interception. Key clutch interception. Somebody get that man a new contract.
2 big catches by M.W. Johnson tonight for a touchdown and a pick. Like you said, give him the new contract.
He has been proven. This is the first time I've heard of him or seen him. He's a rookie this year. I'm not sure, but he has proven to be an impact player for them.
Cass looks like he's going to run it here. Going to pick up a couple. Pick up 2. Tackle by Max.
I see what they did there, bringing the receivers in to utilize them as blockers. But it doesn't work if they don't block. You have to stay back, be patient, wait for your blockers. If they don't, throw it away and live to fight another down, because if you fumbled it right here on the 10-yard line and don't have anything to show for it, it's not a good thing.
4 minutes left in this game. Broncos are still going to work the play clock here.
Down.
Pistol on the right. 2 wide receivers each side. Going to hand off the ball there, but right up the gut, Phoenix Falcons said, thanks for lunch. Lost of 3 yards.
Yeah, he was hoping for that block on the center, trying to get I think he was going to end up trying to get to that line and trying to make a cut, because I don't think he would try to run it through the gut that way, because the MLB was there too. But the center completely missed that block. I don't know if it's a miscommunication or what.
3rd down here in 12. Guys need to make a play here and fast here. 2 wide receivers on the strong side. Robbie Erzon, tight end, close by on the weak side. Cash rolls out. Looking. Don't
No,
get
no,
sacked.
no,
He
no,
got
no, Mama,
safety
no.
in the backfield by Bryce, and a big play by the Cowboys. As Cass looked like he throw it animation, but he did not actually throw it. New
Can't
feature
throw out
this
of the
year.
stumble anymore.
Nope.
That, in my opinion, I don't get to say this much, but was a bad decision by Cash. He should have known he was in his own end zone. I would have gotten rid of it and punted it, because now you're going to have to punt it anyway, and they got 2 free points. That was not the best decision he could have made. Even if you would try to hit somebody on the flat, which is one thing that they really like to do. Right. That's true.
Sure.
Hefe just sent to me basically saying the same thing I just said. You can't take a safety, right? And they said that when you snap the ball from your own 25, I completely agree, man. You can't do that. I don't think that was the best decision he could have made. One of their key routes they like to do is to send Baldev out of that halfback on like an out slant, a little 1-2 yard slant, and I think that would have done something there if he would have had the blockers in front of him.
Tom Box receives the ball. He's going to go down the middle. He's not going middle. He's going white. He got room.
He's got
almost past the halfway point of the yards. Pick up 35 yards right on the 50-yard line. Excuse me. Almost past the halfway of the
That's
50.
really good field position. That's where they went for it on 4th down nearly last play, and they're already giving them that field position. That's not something you want to do. You've got to hang on to this lead. You know, they haven't taken my advice so far, but maybe they will.
So, bunch formation on the right. They're going to look like mix it up a little bit here. Cass cheating in. He's going to get not blocked. He's going to keep rolling. Fearsome keep rolling right. Chuck it deep. One-on-one coverage, and it is overthrown again. 2nd and 10. Cervantes is open on that side.
I think that was a case of where. Yep. I think that was a case of Cash not knowing who his backup was on that one. Because if he would have went in and hit him, even if he would have gotten blocked, that would have clogged up a hole, and that DE could have grabbed him.
One-on-one deep coverage again. Caught by Cervantes. Pick up 35 yards. One-on-one coverage yet again, and Cervantes make him paying for it.
That safety is getting tore up all game
on that
long.
Right side.
He is. You've got to make an adjustment. I don't know who you would put there. I say honestly, one of their better catchers on the team is probably M.W. Johnson. I say give him a shot out there.
Well, actually, he's on the safety on the other side. Quick screen.
Okay, so then don't do that.
A loss of 1 yard tackle by Tice. Nice quick pass. I like the idea of that, but didn't work out.
Great defense. They foresaw that. It's like they're like, nope, they're gonna screen.
Down.
But hey, do the cover one. Make him do everything.
Look like a pinch. Horn's gonna come back out to help block. 4-on-1. Throw it up in the middle. It is caught.
Yeah, they have brought her in as a block. I think that has really helped them up front.
By Pitt. Touchdown Cowboys. The Cowboys just took the lead.
The play is under review.
After that safety caused by the Broncos. And you gotta say, that safety is a big change of this game right now.
If I was on the D-line for the Broncos, I would be livid. For the most part, their run contain has been spectacular. They've only given up a few plays that have even been positive. But the thing is that the safeties have not been there. Baldov's had, I think, 1 good interception in the middle, so the middle coverage has been pretty decent. But that deep right has been tore up all game long. I think that that's a mismatch. I'd make an adjustment because your defensive front is doing too well for you to lose this game because of poor coverage. So I would swap.
Yeah, Ref, can we get their
somebody
review, please?
And that's no cut, to Eric at all. And I don't mean
I actually thought that said it was good.
When you're in this big of a game, you've got to be honest with yourself and respect your team enough to know that you've been outmatched. I think that Fontes is a little bit too advanced of a match for him, and it's been proven. Fontes is catching on him over and over and over again. So even if you've got to put 2 people on him, do something different. Swap the 2 safeties. Maybe swap Baldev in and make him go over there. I think that you would need an advanced safety to cover Fontes one-on-one in this game.
Yeah, and the extra point is no good. I just looked at the scoreboard. The extra point is good. I think the field read it wrong. So
looks like Tom crashed.
Tom Bach crashed, and they have 1 timeout, so...
This is a change of possession, though, so they might just let him come on back in.
Yep. 2:20 left in this game in this first half. Excuse me.
But,
And back to your comment, Billy. There's other times Surf Otis had it wide open. It was wide open,
and just dropped it.
It just dropped it, misjudged it, and misjudged everything. And he could have even more points tonight.
Oh, if he'd have caught if he'd have caught every pass intended to him, this would be a 30-something to nothing game. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I agree with Hefe. He just sent me some messages. He said that he dropped 2 and then 1 was overthrown, and I completely agree. He said if he'd have caught those, then the game very well could have already been out of hand. But I think the Broncos offense has got to execute. If you'd have ran the ball from the get-go, this could have been a different game. You've got 2 minutes, get downfield, play the offense, play that short. You've got plenty of time. 2 minutes is a lot of time, but it's not really enough to run the ball. So I say, so far the Cowboys' short coverage hasn't been that great. So I say, bait the coverage, bait the corners far out, and just punish them deep with comebacks, little 5-and-outs, slants. Slants are so effective. Little quick routes like that, and get up the field. Maybe a good kick return will bring them back into this one, because right now it's not over by any means going into the half.
Yes, and quick shout out to everybody on Hitbox that is talking and listening to this game. Hello, nice to see you. Shout out to Cheesy Quicksand.
Cheese. That's my boy.
Yes, that is pasta routes. That ball's kicked up deep. N.W. Johnson got the ball past the 30, handoff to Cass, Lone Wolf. Crazy handoffs. Pick up 20
They got to
yards.
the 40. I really think that gave them an extra 5 or so yards. Oh, was that 4 handoffs? Hefe just sent me a message thinking that was 4 handoffs. If it is 4, then I'm not sure if that's legal. I know the limit is 3. He said might have been 3. Not sure. The ball dev.
1, 2. Yeah, that's 4 handoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I count 4 people. 1, 2.
No. Can I bring in a caution player?
To MW, to Zev, ball dev, and I can't remember the other one.
Lone Wolf.
The play was stopped. Yep, 4.
Yep, 4.
They're going to reset
Good
the
call.
play clock.
Good call, Hefe. Yep.
Good call. This play will be brought back because they hand off the ball too many times.
God, and you had the good position.
What that 5 yards penalty or? 15?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen that penalty so far, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Can
Shout
a player
to
call a
Roblox.
penalty?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And normally Horns would IM me telling me what it is, but she's playing.
Indeed. This is a crazy game, Billy. I ain't gonna lie.
This has been a lot more intense than I anticipated.
Ref, can you
I'm
reset
having a blast.
the play clock?
Commentating with you guys, having a great time.
Shout out to beer.
This has been, in my opinion, a defense's nightmare on both sides of the ball. I don't think the coverage on either side is doing as well as they could have. Especially on the Broncos side, their defensive front is outstanding. Yeah, they've brought in Horns to bring in as an extra blocker, and that has helped some. But I still think that the defensive front is on fire. They need some help. They can't do it on their own.
So the ball is not moved, but look like change the quarterback. Ball does now is the QB here now.
First offense could be a warning.
Could be.
Watch for a fake handoff pass.
Fake up, yeah.
And I'm with this little time left, I'm thinking that they could try that, but to me, it's just you haven't really established the run yet enough to be able to do that effectively. And Cash is not really the type to flirt with the line of scrimmage, so I don't think it would be effective.
Look like going to be a run.
Nope, fake. He's flirting with the line of
yeah,
scrimmage.
he's going to run.
Take it.
He's committed. Pick up a 5.
They also have 3 timeouts.
2-minute warning.
They aren't going to use it.
Yep, 2-minute warning here now.
They're in good shape. If they move the ball up the field, they can at least get in the field goal range.
They need some kind of points. Because they are going to get the ball back, but I think you need some points to establish some kind of momentum here.
If they get a field goal, they'll be
Or a
winning.
mindset of it, yeah.
It's 14-16.
Need some kind of points.
They've got to end this driving a kick, extra point or a punt.
It's going to roll out. He's going to keep looking. See a lane. He's going to take the lane.
Wow,
down
beautiful.
A little bit more. Still up. Tackled by Max. Pick up 7.
They only need, what, 10, 15 more yards for a field goal? Comfortable?
Comfortable. Now Cass Epatero is going to be QBing now.
They're going to bomb it.
23, and they're going to keep. Now he's going to switch off the ball and ball that's going to quarterback.
A little trickeration.
A minute here, still left in this half right now.
Don't
they
be surprised.
The ball quick.
Don't be surprised if they don't flood that 35 and 30. If I had to guess, that's what I would do. I would put everybody somewhere on that 35-30 yard line trying to get the field goal range.
Keep looking around. Miss blocks.
He's got to cut back.
Pressure as my screen throws. He's going to throw it out. He caught it out of bounds. 55 seconds left in this first half.
That was a good decision to get rid of it when he did. He didn't waste a whole lot of time. I think that was a good decision if he could have thrown it just a little bit more to his left and let that receiver come down with it, because he could have caught it and ran out of bounds. But hey, you're living to fight another down, and the turnovers haven't really been that numerous in this game compared to other games I've seen.
They need some kind of positive yards here.
They've got to
get
something going here.
They got to get some kind of positive 5 or 6 yards here.
The thing is, though, is that they've leaned on their run so heavily to set up their deep passing game, and they don't have that right now. They can't run the ball with a minute and some change left.
Ball dip, roll out right. He's looking.
Great blocking.
Great block. He's going to throw it to Cash. It incomplete. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 10.
Not sure who.
Left.
Somebody messed the bet on that one. I could just that would have been a good play, but it was just, in my opinion, the throw was just out of place. That would have been a perfect play. He could have gotten a lot of yards.
Cash didn't come back to the ball. He did not came back for it, though. He kept running.
I don't think he could have gotten to it anyway, because it was so far to his left. I mean, yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of effort on his part, but I think he was expecting it in stride.
Ball that looked light. He's going to keep rolling left. He keep rolling.
Got a man on the left.
Looking. He's going way back to the 30. He's going to middle. It is caught by Zay Titanium. 38. 37.
I say call a timeout and go for it.
34. 33.
You have 3 timeouts.
30. 29. 28. Play clock has stopped.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever been so emotionally invested in a game in my life. I'm not sure why. This has been a good one.
It's hard.
Like, I'm sitting here like, call it.
Calm out home team twice.
Like, I'm sitting here rooting for both teams when they're on offense, rooting for both teams when they're on defense. I've got friends, really good, longtime friends on both teams, so it's kind of hard when you see games like this, but at the same time, you're like, oh God, this is intense. Like a double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Damn.
Do or die.
Ball that looks left, looking.
Got a man middle. Got a man wide open middle.
22. He's going all the way back. He got a hole, but sack. What are you doing, Broncos? Turnover on downs. And field goal position of the Cowboys. 13, 12.
Why is the clock running? We have timeout or something because the clock is seriously ticking down.
Play time should be stopped. The play clock should stop. They're going to have to go back. But let's recap that for a second.
Yeah, please do.
He had two instances
the clock shouldn't be running after a
man
change of possession
in field
like
goal
that.
range on the first down yard line. Why? I get what you're trying to do when you're going for the points.
I love
but you could be winning right now with something as simple as a kick. In my opinion, you've got to make those clutch decisions. And I think that I would have stayed with Cash in at quarterback because I think he was doing a good job. So far, Baldov's ball placement has not been as good as Cash's. Yeah, Baldov's probably got a little bit more pocket presence, can scramble a little bit, make more time. But what good is the time if your ball placement isn't correct? And let's see if the Cowboys can turn this around and punish them.
21 seconds, but they have one.
That's a lot of time.
Can we get our timeout back?
Billy. We gotta remember this.
They've got 2 plays.
1 timeout. Or do they have 0 timeouts? Can we get a confirmation?
Can I get a double calf?
I think they have.
Alright.
Because I know that they had to
thank you.
timeout.
Sorry, we gave Horns way too much coffee before this game.
Third was a change of possession. So I'm pretty sure that they've got 1 left. And so they've got, if I had to guess, 2-3 plays, maybe 4 with a timeout if they get out of bounds and make good decisions. But honestly, if they're giving him that deep right, It could be a score on play one because the defensive front, they're showing that they can do it, but I don't think they can do it all by themselves.
Well, they have a bunch formation on the right side, Billy, so let's see if they can pull it off here. With one timeout remaining as we can figure it out right at this moment. 21 seconds.
Down. Set.
Can the
Hike.
Cowboys get a touchdown or a play? Here we go. Fearsome going right. It looked like a design run, but Fearsome says second, throw deep middle. Someone wide open. Caught! Caught by Massador, and they're going to the lead of the head.
That has to hurt if you're on the Broncos side. I think that he had everybody picked because he went and flirted with that line of scrimmage. He made the defensive line bait. I think Baldev went over to that right-hand side and tried to help them with coverage, but he left that middle open. Like I said earlier with the O-line, do your job. Make sure you're doing your job because, like I said earlier, if you screw up twice, you screwed up twice. So he left that middle open, wide open, and that right-hand side was still open because he didn't get there in time. Because you got to think they were on what, the 20-something, 40-something, somewhere in that area. So I think that they could have played that a little bit better.
Touchdown is good, by the way. Go ahead.
So now they are 2 possessions ahead going into the half.
It came on Broncos' mistakes. Safety at the end zone by Casset Portero, and that big sack by Baldev. 2 critical plays on the quarterback position of the Broncos. I just want to point that out. That's the point. Up is good. Billy, 11 seconds left.
Whew. I mean, we could see something crazy, but with the offensive scheme that the Broncos are proficient at doing, I don't see that happening. I see them maybe running the ball, try to kill the clock and going into the half, but we could see a crazy kick return or maybe they'll try to just save some time. They still got some timeouts. It can still happen if they get good field position, early.
Yeah, anything can happen, but that has got to be a freaking dagger in the heart. 2 critical Broncos mistakes cost them 14 points, Billy. 14 points. That has got to be crystal. And the ball's going to be short. Caught by Zane Titanium. 7 seconds left. Zane Titanium still looking for a hole. It's going to hand off.
He shouldn't have handed that off. He had one guy to beat on that right-hand side.
3 minutes left. It's going to look like I bunch it up and chuck it up here, Billy. Or take a knee.
I call this a Dale Murray because you throw it up to heaven for Dale Earnhardt to catch.
Oh, you're a Dale Earnhardt fan?
I was.
I'm a Denny Hamlin fan, by the way.
Junior's a wuss.
Oh my God! Don't bring up Junior. But anyway, back to real life football.
Yeah.
Bunch formation on the right. We'll see if Baldev can do anything here. Or Hail Mary could do anything here.
Blocks have got to happen so hard.
Let's make sure there's no interception right in the front. Prevent defense of the Cowboys.
Good blocking.
Baldev keep looking. He's got a wide open lane. 2 spread out.
Don't tell me he's gonna run.
0-0. Baldev's going to keep looking. He's going to chuck
Deep
it up
chuck.
deep, and it's caught, tackled by Sir Foster, and that's the halftime, 23-14, Cowboys, 2 critical turnover possessions of the Broncos, of 2 quarterbacks, a quarterback safety and a quarterback sack, cost the Broncos 14 points of the Cowboys. Billy, let's do the ads, halftime ads real quick, right? Or we already done them?
We haven't done the halftime ads yet, but I'm pretty sure that it's the cheerleaders are gonna go first, and I'll do them when they're done.
All right, FA Broncos cheerleaders are going to be up first.
The Wild Things.
And the Cowboy cheerleaders going to be
the Sweethearts.
The Sweethearts. So I'm going to tell whoever I need to tell to go, and see you at halftime. Wow.
Woo.
I'll be right back, guys.
Alright, I think that should do it for both cheer squads. So while we have a little bit of time, I would like to tell you guys about some more of our sponsors. Blueberries
sponsors?
is an original clothing store for women made by a woman with a passion for art. That's Blueberry. Simply Epic, your one-stop shop for all your sports fan gear, be it football, baseball, basketball, or hockey. We have your team. Jerseys, hoodies, gotchas, and more. Don't see your favorite player or college team? Contact Sire Nabalo or Nakari Tolson that will get you hooked up in Simply Epic fashion. It Girls and Fellas Theater. Need to surprise your friend with a Res Day gift? Need something extra special to make your proposal extra special? Or are you opening your own club or mall? Maybe you just want to entertain and have some fun. Then why don't you hire the It Girls and Fellas professional dance troupe that always has fresh ideas for that perfect moment, and regular off-Broadway shows at our beautiful theater in Second Life. Contact Winsong Charming or Carabella Villes for details. Glamorous. It's first established in December of 2013. Had its relaunch in April of 2014, bringing poses from couples, adults, friends, kids, families, singles, gotchas, props, and more. That's Glamorous. Rain. Shoes, shoes, shoes. Rain is the go-to store of a woman made by a woman. Oh, wait. Of a woman with many styles. Sorry, I got the sponsorships messed up. We have a variety of shoes and accessories to fit any occasion. We strive to make sure that everyone can find something that suits them. That's Rain. B-Fly Tattoos has been creating an SL for over 5 years and is well known for their quality work and customer service. With over 200 tattoos in store for both men and women and custom tattoos made to order, you are sure to find a design that suits your style. All tattoos come with the latest appliers for mesh bodies for both men and women, come in 2 tones, and have a vast range from very delicate to the over-top full body designs, from abstract to oriental, from old school to new school, or custom made. B-Fly Tattoos have you inked. And our final sponsor for the evening is Fameshed. It's a monthly event that opens on the first of every month. Each month we provide top quality original mesh designers to help you fill your needs for fashion and home to garden designers. We aim to provide the best for you, the shoppers, a second life. That is Fameshed. That will complete our sponsors for this game.
Oh, Billy, if we saw the first half, we're gonna expect some fireworks in the second half from the Broncos because they gotta be feeling shit on themselves just because they just basically gave 2 possession touchdowns to the Cowboys for a safety and a sack on their own. The ball was at the 45, and ball depth went all the way back on a 4th down play in a crucial possession at the 30, and they just gave up a touchdown like that, dude. That gotta be crazy.
You also forgot the fact that they gave 2 30-plus yards passes on the same spot of the field. It looked like almost the same play. What I would do if I was that safety is I would stand there deep and I would, I'd give the receiver enough space to feel like he's open, but as soon as the ball was thrown, I'd go for the player. I wouldn't necessarily go for the ball because I think what's happening is he's in man coverage and he's undercutting the ball hard and it's leaving that receiver wide open. He's getting caught sleeping. You can't do that. Because, you could put anybody out there at receiver, and if they're that wide open, you can almost put anybody in the league out there that wide open, and they'll catch it. Trust your coverage a little bit more. I'd go into more of a zone look, and that's what I'd do in the second half.
Agreed, and the ball's kicked up. Ball did recover. Got some nice room. He's going to dance around. He got 1 block. He's still going backwards. He's got perfect containment, but finished the tackle by Fearsome, pick up 4 yards.
He had about 2 or 3 lanes there. I think if he would have took, he'd have gotten at least to the 35. But hey, all's well that ends well, I guess.
Yeah. Ball dev look like it's going to stay as quarterback now. Look like a pistol formation. M.W. Johnson, Zane Ting on the left side. A.J. Rich on the right. Tight end close by of Eric. Cash up there, running back. Standard formation of the Cowboys that did not stay at the start of the game. Looked like a 2 outside linebacker set. Crash going to run up the middle, pick up a nice, easy 4 yards. First down, tackle by Phoenix. Second down and 6.
I think that was a good read by Cash. It was good collapsing on the defense to not give up any more yardage than they did, but it was really good read by Cash. He didn't really even need to wait for his blockers to be set up on that one. The gap was so wide open.
Bunch pistol formation again on the same side. Going to fake handoff, dead ball penalty. One of the linemen or tight end moved. So it'll be a false start offense. 5-yard penalty.
One small step forward and one giant one back. That doesn't make good yardage.
Definitely. Like terrible yardage.
One thing you can do to remedy that is to watch the ball. Don't listen to the cadence. Watch the ball. Don't move until you see that ball is gone.
Agreed.
Yay.
Ball's in play. And second down and back to second and 11. Or 12.
That's still very manageable, as long as they don't lose any more yardage this drive.
Yeah. No more penalties.
Damn.
Thing is, though, is that they're going to end up in a passing down for too long.
So it's going to be Baldev again. Almost sacked. And did he have the angle? Baldev still looking. He's looking. Got to throw it. He
got a man open. Good placement, but out of bounds.
That was thrown way out of bounds. I saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah, but I think that if that right guard missed the block there, if he'd have got the block, that play would have been gorgeous. It was well designed, well thought of, just bad placement.
Yeah, and also he's lucky he didn't get sacked too, because Bryce was right there.
One thing I've noticed about Baldev is he really doesn't do much of a, try to set up his blockers with blocks. They're kind of on their own. So if you're on that O-line, just kind of stay in between the D-line and your quarterback. He doesn't really do a whole lot of trying to set you up. He just tries to get to the hole and throw it. So that's how some quarterbacks play. But I think that the more experienced ones try to set up your blockers with blocks. But you got to work. You got to do what you got to do, O-line. So stay in between the defensive lineman and your quarterback, and they'll either dance around all day or they'll get blocked, one or the other.
That does not help it give you a delay of game penalty flag on the play. Man,
they
the Broncos are flat.
Trying to shoot themselves in the foot. They're only behind by what? 2 scores?
Well, yeah.
They're behind by 2 possessions. When they do move the ball, they move it well. But the thing is, it seems like for every decent play they have 1 or 2 penalties so far. So you can't do that. Your players have got to be more disciplined. Baldev should know better. Period. He's been quarterbacking for way too long for delay of games. You've got to get your people set. You've got to practice this. Right now you're under the lights, so there shouldn't be any mistakes like that.
Fake handoff going up deep. It looks like 3 grab. Baldev got open lane. He's not going to throw. He throws this
nice
short.
throw.
Caught by M.W. Johnson.
What happened there is everybody on the right-hand side bit hard. He flirted with that line of scrimmage, and that was a great play. I don't know why they don't do that every play. That is a good offense. It's a very hard to defend offense because if your corners aren't underneath and they're playing on top, they're giving you that yardage. Take it. I don't know why they don't do it every play. I don't think that the trick plays are necessary. Broncos, I think your offense is better than you're giving it credit.
Right up the gut. Baldev still going. He's still looking. He's still got pressure, and he's going to get sacked by Q Kane. Loss of 8 yards.
He had the only problem is that the only opening he really had was cross field, and I don't think he was comfortable making that throw. He did have a deep right opening, but by the time that was open, he was already about hit, and I don't think he could have gotten that throw off anyway. So, I like I said, I'd go with the quicker stuff.
Second and long again. Broncos are still shooting themselves in the foot of sacks, penalties, misplays. Cash, Baldev keep rolling light, nice blocking, going to the left, chucked it short by Epic. Epic got first down a little bit more. Nope, did not get the first tackle by Fearsome, 3 inches. Third down, Billy. Quick run up the gut here.
Is it a third down? Or are they even gonna look and see if it touch? They're touching on my screen.
Damn.
The ball isn't hiked. It's going to take the run. Take the gap.
Bad containment.
Nice gap pickup, 6 yards.
Remember that thing I said about earlier about the strong side taking the gap?
Yep.
I think that's what they should have done there. I think that strong side OLB, that O-line gave way too big of a gap. I think that a more experienced OLB would have saw that gap, taken it, and made them punish them for leaving that big of a gap. Because, see, they would have still had the outside. Baldev was just sitting there dancing, waiting for it to happen. Get in there and hit him. Don't be so pensive. Is that the right word? Pensive? Passive? Let's go with passive. That seems like a better word.
Passive was definitely better.
Yeah.
First down and 10 here for the Broncos. The ball at the 49-yard line. He's going to keep rolling back. He got a room.
Deep
I'm not
middle.
surprised.
Deep middle.
Not going to take
now deep right.
Deep right. Deep middle again. Caught by Zaina Tatum. Got the ball. Still go on his feet past the 30. Still stumbled. Pick up 22-yard tackle by Tom Box.
Good decision, I guess, and pretty good play, but I think that he kind of got tunnel vision and saw – I think he wanted to throw to Zet from the get-go. He didn't see the deep right open, move to the deep middle, be open, and then the deep middle cut into the deep left and being wide open. So I think that a more experienced quarterback could have made that decision.
Damn.
Now, I don't know if he would have possibly made that. I don't know if that was max range with how far he was.
Ball's in play. He's still going. Dead ball penalty. Look at everybody false start on that side. And also, Billy,
can't do that.
Play. He had room to run
Home
too.
team.
At least get the
5-yard penalty.
So
Repeat.
ball plays me.
First down.
He got yards.
Well, I'm more of a passer kind of deal. Like my favorite thing is passing the ball. I like to watch it. Yeah, running's usually more safe because when you pass it, 3 things can happen. 2 of them are bad.
Yeah.
But when you run the ball, not so much this season, but especially in previous seasons, it was so scary, so dangerous. Every time you saw your quarterback or runner stumble, you're like, oh, God, oh, crap, because you think you fumbled it. This season, they've really nerfed the fumbles. I love it.
Hand off the catch right up the gut, pick up positive yards, pick up 7.
It looked like everybody scooted back on that one. To me, that wasn't the best containment we've seen by the Cowboys. It didn't really look like they put any pressure on them at all. And usually their run containment's a little bit more aggressive than that.
Baldiv's still quarterback. I think he still should stay quarterback for now. 2 wide receivers each side on the left. Tight end close by. And the pistol shotgun on the right. Excuse my burp. As he going to look like a fake hand on the cast. He's going to look around looking nice. Blocks on the right. Someone wide open. Right. He's going to keep looking. Going to throw it middle. Overthrown. Almost picked off by look like Cervantes. Yeah.
Bad decision. Bad decision. Fontes is proving don't pick on him. Do what you do. Even if you had to get rid of it, that's fine. But don't throw the ball just to throw the ball. Don't throw the ball just because you feel like you have to as a quarterback. Even if you've got to throw it out, get rid of it, live to fight another down. That was too scary of a throw. I think that every receiver there is probably, woo, thank goodness. So the blocks there weren't as good as they normally are, but they were still decent enough for him to be able to make some kind of solid decision. It was just, I think he, I call it simulated pressure.
3rd and 7. He's going to roll left. He's still open. He's going to take the... Yes! Going to get sacked. Also, no gain on the play.
Field goal. Kick the field goal.
Tackle by Bryce.
Kick it.
Kick it?
Yes, because then... Let me see. Let me look at the score.
Yeah,
Yes, kick it, because then you're only behind by 1 possession, and you've proven you can move the ball up the field. Kick it.
With 3 minutes left in this quarter.
Mm-hmm. And they can take a lot. They've proven they can take a lot of time off the clock. I say kick it. Hope for a turnover on defense or a stop on defense by that really aggressive defensive front.
It goes up and it's down the middle. It's good.
Nice kick there. Nice
23-7. If he just got up a little bit more and probably took the lane sooner, he probably had a little bit more yards. Probably a possible first down. I think he waited a little bit more.
I didn't really see much of a lane there. The reason why I'm saying that is because...
camera, though, because my camera was far out on that one. I didn't have the camera on the quarterback.
I think that the containment there was very solid because the O-lineman, he made a decent decision when he knew he missed that OLB and going for that DE and at least trying to give Baldev the front instead of going behind and trying to get that D lineman. That was a decent decision, but the problem is that the center did not go over there to support him. The center just kind of said, okay, I missed my block, I give up. Don't do that. If you miss your block, it's just like I said on defense. Change your role. If you're the OLB, or if you're the guard and you miss that OLB, grab a DE, and maybe that center can rotate and grab someone else. That's what you've got to do as an aggressive O-line.
Ball's in play. Tom Box got the ball. He's going to take it out. Past the 20, past the 25, past the 30. Still got a little bit more. Tackled by Trice. Pick up 32 yards. All right.
Got to get a stop on defense.
All right. Now, if you're the Cowboys right now, do you think you should play
They have made a change
conservative?
at safety. They have moved AJ Rich. I knew they'd make a change at some point. They must be watching. They must be watching us.
Hike.
Or someone told him that he's going to keep left, keep looking, got lane, going to go back.
Good containment.
Good
Excellent
containment. He's
Oh,
going
he
to
gave
keep
in.
going. He's going to go short. It's overthrown.
That was throwing the ball just to throw it. I don't even really think he had an intended receiver on that one. That's just my opinion. It didn't really look like it was directed at anybody. It looked like the Broncos had more of a play on it than anybody on the Cowboys roster. So I think that, like I said earlier, don't throw the ball just to throw it. You've got to throw it with some sort of intent.
2nd and 10 here. We'll see what the Cowboys will do here. The 2 running back system in the backfield. This formation has been working with them all game long here. The only formation that can really say successful for the Cowboys. Good detainment. Oh, nice contain. He's still going.
He's getting pushed back
no block.
way too
He's
far.
going way bit back. He's going to be short. It's caught by only one pick. Tackled by Cass Sepatero. 3rd and 2. Lucky
Pick
he got
made
that
that
ball
play.
off. Yep.
Yeah, Pick made that play. If it wasn't for Pick, it would have been a nasty loss. Yeah, that was a great play, great pickup. But if it was me, I would not have waited that long because he very well could have gotten hit if the OLB would have stayed on the outside instead of biting in. That was just a bad angle, I think, bad mouse direction. But any other time, I think that they, more often than not, he would have gotten hit by that OLB on the strong side.
Down, set, hike.
Bunch formation on the right. He's going to roll out. Got no pressure.
Bad
Poor
containment.
contain.
Bad
Up the
contain.
gut. He's still got running. He's still got room. He's still going. Tackle by Zeb. Pick up a 16 yards.
The D-line was way too aggressive on that. What I mean by D-line is the 2 DEs. They went, they spread. They both went to the outside. The only problem with that is that there was nobody in the middle to contain because Cash went deep for coverage. That's looking a lot better on this one.
He's going to get stumbled, tackled, pick up a 1-yard tackle by Tice.
See, on that one, the DE stayed home and he followed the quarterback. Great decision, great containment. Keep doing that. Don't spread. Spread's old school. Don't do it.
Yeah, it looked like just to see a little bit different. Cash is playing middle linebacker now, and Baldev playing outside play. Baldev just came in for a sack. A loss of 11, as I mentioned his name.
I completely agree with this adjustment. I do think that Cash is probably a little bit better at adjusting the ball and covering than Baldev is. We've also not seen any body open, deep, wide anymore. Baldev does have great movement. That's what makes him such an effective runner. He does have great movement, great avatar control, as we just saw. Nobody picked him up on that one. Great decision by the ownership of the Broncos to make these adjustments. I completely agree.
Down, set, hike.
Bunch formation on the right, the critical 3rd down. He's going to go right, nice, cut up. He's still got
good
room.
containment. Good containment.
And he's still got Jones. He's going to throw it up. It's caught by Cervantes and touchdown Cowboy. Cervantes with 3 touchdowns. I think 2 or 3 touchdowns.
That's his 3rd.
3rd touchdowns of the game. Cervantes making plays when it happens.
Play is under
Critical
review.
down, caught, touchdown, Cowboys.
Broncos, it was a good defensive drive. There was just some times where you could have stopped him and didn't. That one instance of poor contain, and I think the coverage is a lot better than it was. I wouldn't make any adjustments except for to say I'd tighten it up. I'd put 2 people on Fontes. Cash made a good decision. It was just a little bit late to go for that from the middle to the right. But they're still in this one. They've proven that they can put points on the board. This game, in my opinion, is not over by any means.
Not over at all, but they got to make some plays and got to make some big defensive stops here for the Broncos. But they got to score points here now. It'll be 34 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Cowboys are winning 30-17.
They're only behind by 2 scores, though. I mean, it's not a
not over.
shellacking by any means. It's still a very manageable game. There's still a lot of time left. We still got a full other quarter, and so I don't see this being over. I think that there is going to be some more fireworks. The Broncos, I don't think that you should get to, getting happy feet here. Just run your offense. Get up the field instead of a field goal. Hopefully, go for a score this time, and then have something to work for going into the fourth.
All right, ball's in play here now. Let's see if the Broncos can get some kind of positive yard here on a kick return. They're going to kick it up right. It's going to be a short kick. MW Johnson. We'll see he moves. He still got moves. Pick up 20 yards. Talk about my Athadar. All right, ball dev got field goal here. Do you think they need to take a little bit more better chance to get a touchdown or get another field goal?
I say, if you're gonna not do anything else, get a field goal because it's points. But I would go for the touchdown. But run your offense. Don't do anything crazy.
He's going to hand off the cast up the gut. Got some room. Pick up only 3 yards. Tackle by Tom Box.
That was the case of the blockers not sprinting off the ball and Cash not reading the play. I think he picked the wrong hole on that one. I think that if he would have waited for the O-line to set up a gap for him to run to, it would have been a lot more productive play. But still a good pickup. Better
Second
than a
and
loss.
7 here now. Yeah, agreed. Something positive. At now the end of the third quarter, we're heading to the final quarter of this game. Cowboys are winning 30-17, I do believe.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
All right. He's going to roll left, miss blocks. He's going to keep rolling. He sees someone open doing a comeback route. He's going to throw it cross field. It's
nice throw.
By Zane, tackle by Mathis, pick up 16.
They're saying, not so fast, my friend.
Not today.
No.
Not today. But pistol formation, ball depth still at QB. Look like they're going to keep the same formation defense of both sides. Same formations on each side of the Broncos and the Cowboys. Ball depth fake handoff. Going to keep rolling. Going to keep faking.
Ooh, that scared me.
Someone wide open.
Get that
deep.
block.
Someone wide open.
Good
deep.
blocking up front.
He's going for a short in coverage.
Oh, wow. Good catch.
That's my epic. Pick up a 9.
Bad throw. Excellent catch.
I thought that was going to be a pick right there.
Oh, yeah. I think that there are several people in coverage in the league saying, man, if I could have been there. Because I think that, some people in coverage could have definitely picked that up. But it was still a good play on the receiver.
Handoff off the gut, but loss of 1 tackle by Q. 3rd and 2nd here now.
Runs down the middle don't work for people who contain properly, period. They just don't. If they give you the middle gap, it's going to be towards the middle or the end of the play. Very beginning of the play, it's not going to work. I'm all for mixing it up, but do things that work.
3rd down and 2 yards to go for the first. We'll see the Broncos can get a touchdown here or some kind of points in this drive. They can't lose any kind of yards.
Damn.
He's going to roll out right. He's looking. See no room. He's going to see the gap. He's going to take the gap, pick up the first down, tackle by Phoenix Falcon.
Very good. Baldev, he read his blockers. The blockers made a really good effort of making a wall right in front of him. Just basic, grind it out and earn it yardage. And Hefe said earlier about the previous play is that you can't run over the people like you can, ain't no Eddie Lacy out there on the field right now. You can't run through D linemen. There's no point in trying to run through the middle. Like towards the end of the play, middle of the play, if they give you that gap, go for it by all means. But you can't run through D linemen like that, so it's not going to work. Good blocks.
Keep going. Baldev looking, 2 receivers. He's still looking around. He's going back to his 50. He's still going. Good block on the Q. He's still going. He's going to run for the yards. He got the 4 yards on the play. Tackled by Matador. Pick up 6 yards.
I don't know who got a hold of their O-line this week, but it is much improved.
Agreed.
Much improved. Even since we scrimmed them, I didn't see the O-line being this effective. Their O-line is just playing absolutely lights out right now. They've had a couple of instances where they missed a block, but usually Baldev, as far back as he scoots, they have plenty of time to, go up there and grab the block. If that left guard wouldn't have gotten that block, Baldev would have gotten creamed because of how far back he was, and there was nobody open. Good job.
We're hitting the halfway point of this crucial fourth quarter. Broncos just hiked the ball. It's going left. He's looking. He's looking around. He's looking. Someone wide open far side. He goes middle. Oh, incomplete pass. Look like Tennessee was into.
That looked overthrown on my end.
It did look overthrown, but
I don't blame him for going for it all, though, and you'd rather throw it over than throw it under in that decision. So I'm not gonna hate Baldev. That was in my opinion a good placement. If you were gonna miss, you want to miss far, not short.
3rd and 4 here now. Critical down here for the Broncos to get points.
Your run is potent. Run it. I mean, if you're gonna pass it short because that end zone's gonna be pretty tight if you ask me. So I say go for the run, quick pass, that kind of deal.
He's gonna fake handoff. He's gonna roll out. He's looking. He's got Bryce in his face. He throws it out of bounds. 4th and 4. Billy. Kick it.
Kick it
or go.
Kick it, because if you kick it now, it would be 20. You can't. Yeah, Heve's right. You can't really kick now. You have to go for it. There's not enough time. That's a good point. There's only 5 minutes left. You got to go for it. Well, looks like they're going to kick it.
All right, so they're going to put the trust on their defense now, unless this is a fake, but I doubt that.
Set. Hike.
Going to kick it up, and it is good. Down the middle, 20-30. 5:14 left.
It's good.
They're putting a lot of trust on that defense, and that right side of that defense of the Broncos were Cervantes and whoever else on that right side. Excuse my French. I don't know who down the other side. That safety has been terrible on that side today in the first half. Second quarter, it was okay, but
if you noticed, he's not on the field anymore. They made the adjustment. They put their previous corner, AJ Rich, at safety, and then I think that their adjustments, if they'd have made these earlier, they could very well be winning this game because they look a lot better in this half, if you ask me. Or in this quarter.
It normally. He's going to keep rolling. There's a hole. There's a lane. Pearson pick up 22 yards on that short kick. 43-yard line. Go ahead. Sorry.
They give him good field position. There was a hole in the bottom of that lane, and you got to fill it. There's a hole in the bottom of the lane.
5:03 left in this game. Critical possession for the defense of the Broncos. Critical possession of the offense of the Cowboys. The winner of this game could depend on this drive. Pearson rolls out right in the bunch formation. Looks right, see a hole. He's going to kill. He said not psych. He's going to keep going. Someone's coming back in the comeback rack. It's Cervantes. It is Cervantes. Caught the ball. Pick up a crucial first down. Tackle by Epic, pick up 23 yards.
I somehow just
Can we penalize
accidentally
Billy for
teleported
teleporting onto the field next game he
Not
plays?
sure how, and for that I
All right, he did.
I hope nobody noticed, but I'm pretty sure they did.
One more first down, it's over. Bunch formation on the left. We'll see if it can do anything here. They're going to waste a little bit of time here. It says sight. Here we go. Fearsome. Keep rolling. Rolling around, looking for it. Short, deep, and it is caught by Massador. Crucial possession. Tackled by Casta Patero. Pick up 13 yards for his first down again.
I think that should just about do it.
Down.
That could do it here, but still time. 3 minutes, but hurry up. They're going to hurry up, hike the ball here. Fearsome throws it deep middle. It is intercepted by Casta Patero at the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a touchback.
Can you TP me, please?
I am me, Billy. Oh, actually,
okay.
There it is. Critical interception in the back of the end zone by Kaz Zapatero. Poor clock management of the Cowboys. And like I said, that's a crucial drive. Bunch of formation on the Broncos on the right side here, Billy. Any words?
Yeah, absolutely. It was
Damn.
very.
Oh, you're on local now.
I am. It was very critical.
Stop his feet, commit his run. He keep rolling. He's still rolling. Tripped up by Matador. Pick up 5. Go ahead now.
Yeah, it was a very critical turnover. Just as soon as we said it could very well be over, now the game is still in reach, in my opinion.
Still formation here again. They need a touchdown here. 3:37 left in this game. Pistol formation, strong side, M.W. Johnson, A.J. Rich on one side, Zactanium on the single side, Cass up third, running back, Epic on tight end. Shout out to my Mrs. Wide Receiver, Serena. Hi. Here we go. He's going to roll out. He's going to fake one-way. Got laid. He's going to take it. He's going to take the yards. Pick up 8. Tackled by Massadar. Excuse me. But here we go. Bunch pistol formation. They cannot waste any more time. They got to hurry up. 3:10 left in this game. They need a score here.
Damn.
He's going to fake handoff, going to roll, bite. There's someone open one-on-one. He's not going to take it. Throw it middle. It looked like it's intercepted by Cervantes. Cervantes still going down the sideline. He is still going past the 40. He's still going. He's still trying to get blocked. He's still going. He's still running around. Tackle by Tice. Pick up at 18 yards. Cowboys, it look like they might just seal this game, but they're going to the bunch formation now. Billy,
That'll do it. That'll do it. I really, if the Cowboys are smart and they run the ball, kill the clock, get out of here with a win, I do think that it's
set, hike.
It's out of hand at this point.
He's going to roll out right. He's looking. He's still going to look. There's a big lane. He's going to commit himself to run. He's still running, tackled by Carrador. Pick up at 6 yards, if I said the name right. Bunch formation on the left here now. They're not really using clock. They're really just gunning it here now. This look like trying to get another score here.
Down, set.
Well, I think they know that scoring twice in 2 minutes is going to be a little rough for
Fearsome
Broncos.
keep rolling. He's going roll. He got a lane. Poor containment. He got the first down and a little bit more. He's still going. Tackled by Epic. Pick up at 10 yards. 2-minute warning here now. They're not going to hike it here. 2-minute warning. Here we go. 2-minute warning. Bunch formation on the left. Can they dag the Broncos right now? But they are playing fast, pedal to the metal football here now.
Why is the clock still moving if it was a 2-minute warning?
Down, set, hike.
Don't know. Fearsome going left. He's going to look like, going to bite. Ball does right there, but he did not get the sack. He played containment. He's still going. He's still rolling. Fearsome looking around. Tick, 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 tick. Throws right open the middle of the guns. End zone. Caught.
That just put the nail in the coffin.
Nail in the coffin. 36-20. Cowboys are going away with the win.
Yeah, but you've got to give props to the Broncos. Anybody who says that this game wasn't closer in person than it is on paper is sorely misinformed. This has been one of the most fun games I've had the pleasure of commentating. It's been a lot of fun. The Broncos, I think this game is a lot closer than most of the experts thought. I think a lot of people thought that the Cowboys would have had this one pretty well in hand, but the defensive front of the Broncos, if I had to say, that was the driving force in the game. The Broncos still have a little bit to work on, but I think that these are all positive things. Don't hang your head. You played one heck of a game. If you guys would have made the adjustments that you made later in the game, sooner in the game, I think that this could have been a little bit closer, if not you guys coming out with a win, just because the offensive production was pretty good for the most part, except for the red zone production wasn't there very much.
M.W. Johnson going to keep rolling. Tackled by Bryce. Pick up 14. The Broncos had this game earlier, but with that safety and that touchdown in the last minute of the second quarter, cost them this game. cost them. And
Absolutely.
The silly mistakes, because that cost them the game big. Because they shot themselves in the foot. Mostly the leaders of Casa Patero and Baldev.
Well, I think that with the adjustments they made at safety was a good decision. The adjustments they made when they put Baldev at OLB and Cash at middle linebacker was a great decision. It was just too late in the game. If there would have been more time in this one, this could be very different. But sadly, it's not soccer. We can't add time to the clock.
Going to throw it short. It's incomplete. Tennessee receiver looked like was to Zeb Titanium.
It was almost intercepted. Almost intercepted.
Almost. Pistol formation on the right side. 2 wide receivers on each side. You're welcome. As he's still going to hike the ball here. Clock stopped. 1:16 left in this game.
Down.
Like I said before, Billy, I'm just going to keep saying it. Broncos shot themselves in the foot, but they played a heck of a game. Cowboys just showed they're a better team today. It's going to chuck it up. It's short, incomplete, 3rd and 10. So, crucial game for the Cowboys in their division, in their conference here. They're going to take this win. I don't know firmly what their record's going to be honest with you all.
I think it's 1-2.
1-2 with this win
think so.
right now.
I think it will be 1-2. I think so.
He's going to roll out. Jailbreak up front. Going to throw it short. Caught by M.W. Johnson. M.W. Johnson has been having a heck of a game here today. On the Broncos. That's a bright side of the Broncos, if you could say. There's some brightness tonight.
I mean, to me, they've had lots of good things. Like they've defensively, their defensive front has looked great. Their O-line has improved by
Cash 101,
millions.
Caught by Cervantes, tackled by Zeb, interception, game, set, and match right then and there. 35
I'm going to go ahead and say if Fontes isn't player of the game, yeah, he's just made. It seems like every play that the Cowboys have made, he's been in on, and I think that if he wouldn't have been here, this game would have been drastically different. So, props to Fontes. You'll be getting a free ticket to Durgan's show next Friday. Congratulations.
Wait, Durgan have a show?
Yeah, I gave it a plug a little bit earlier, but Durgan's got a show now where
Faisham got sacked for a loss, tackled by Baldo, loss of 14. Go ahead.
Where he interviews the players of the week. Or players of the game, in every game of that week, and he asks them, about team culture, practice culture, things like that. It's called the Winner's Circle. Durgan just told me, and it's a pretty good show. Like today was pretty good. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it when it's uploaded.
Fairham's going to run with it. He's going to pick up 2 yards.
Timeout, Cowboys.
Game, set, and match. Cowboys with the win, but play had just stopped. So timeout, visitor team. Broncos just called a timeout.
No, the Cowboys did.
Cowboys.
I don't know. I don't know.
Cowboys
I
just called
don't.
a timeout there. I don't know, but anyway, probably just try to run up the score here. Probably try a check-up play.
Why not?
Yeah, Cervantes player of the game.
Absolutely.
He definitely deserved it. He got picked. He got 3 touchdowns today. He missed 2 big crucial
Cowboys
balls.
are ready.
Oh no, he showed up tonight. I remember I taught that guy how to play football.
If the Broncos do anything, I'd say the changes you made towards the end of the 3rd quarter into the 4th, that should be your starting lineup. Period.
Down, set, hike.
Agreed.
Maybe not necessarily at quarterback. I do think the 2 quarterback system isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Nice catch by Tom Box, and that's game. Cowboys winning 37.
Good game, guys.
Go ahead.
It's just I'd keep those adjustments. As far as the Cowboys, good game. Yeah, I know it was a lot closer than we would have predicted.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
The only thing that I'd say that you guys probably would work on per se is containment, especially on the run. I know Baldo's an effective runner, but just about every team has somebody on their roster that can run just as effectively as Baldo, if not more so. So I would work on my run containment. The coverage is, as far as it seemed like they threw to Fontes every play, but from what I remember, it was pretty good. He was on fire tonight. It seemed like no matter where you threw it, the man was all over the field. So Gratz Fontes.
Yeah, mostly on that right side. They attacked that right side the first half like it's nothing, and the Cowboys won it because they attacked that side. Good play, but also before we get to the final ads, Broncos shot themselves in the foot, mostly the last second quarter of the game, with a safety and a loss and a big sack cost Broncos a touchdown, 2 touchdowns. That you can't shoot yourself in the foot if you want to make it to the playoffs like that, just like that.
Right.
The player has been ejected, but I think that's just for messing around.
Do you want to do just for fun? Do you want to interview Fontes right quick? I see him on the field.
Oh, do we have ads?
No, I finished all the ads pregame and halftime. So yeah, we can do a quick little interview if you want to, right quick.
It's up to you. It doesn't matter. Thank you for the
Sure.
tip. Does he know? Oh, we gotta go local.
I'm in local. Let me offer him a TP right quick.
Hefe, we're gonna do a interview for Fontes right quick. Yeah, we're gonna do here.
Microphone muted.
It's saying that they kicked him because he needed a ticket. Is there anybody that's doing the VIP list that could put him on right quick?
I just told him to get horns to shoot him and take it right quick. See if that would work. But yeah, absolutely great game by both teams. But I think that Fontes definitely took the game in his hands and wasn't going to let him go down.
He had a lot of good key interceptions. He had a lot of good plays at receiver. Like I said, it seemed like every time the ball was in the air, he was coming down with it in some way, shape, or form.
Agreed. He made plays. Quick shot plug-ins if you want to help out, donate your soul and help out our amazing community lead in the second season of commentating, reffing, sponsorship, or if you want to do other stuff. I don't know all the other stuff by heart. Health sponsorships, all that. Thank you for the cheerleaders that helped the amazing job cheerleading. Thank you for the refs. Great game here tonight by the Broncos and the Cowboys. Cowboys came in second quarter. You could say it's a critical possession of the Cowboys. Critical possession, basically a turnover on a safety and a sack. Really changed this game around for the Cowboys and never let go of it. Also, if you want to be a photographer, please IM Duchess Silver Rep. Thank you, Duchess, for IMing me that because I do not forget. And here is the man that is the game of the week player, Cervantes. Cervantes, I remember when you were a rookie and you were trying to learn how to put your ball on. Now, how you feel being a player of the game? You little noob.
Yeah, man, some decent teaching, I guess, if you would call pasta decent.
Homie, decent? But tell us, how's your hands, how you feel, and how to be a player of the game and all that.
Oh man, it feels good, man. Just go out there, do my work, play the game, get passes my way, get open, a little shake and bake, Do what you got to do to get open. At the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to win.
Yeah, my question would have to be when you were down in the first part of the game, what did you guys do in the huddle to make sure that you came back and won this one? What was the team speak demeanor like? I guess how did y'all manage that?
Well, just really all we did is just came together. I mean, the game was off to a slow start. We were all just kind of still getting in the flow of the game. So just told everybody, calm down, relax.
Awesome.
got this game. I mean, just because we're down doesn't mean anything.
Absolutely, man. Y'all guys played an excellent game, and I have one more final question, and that was when in the game when that really good-looking guy accidentally ended up on the field. What was going through your mind?
I was just like, what is this guy doing here? I mean, Billy, is he allowed at UFL? Or is he allowed at UFL events? I mean, and I have to say, Billy, I honestly have to say, I think you robbed me of a touchdown when you TP'd in.
I may very well have done that. But for real, dude, I was trying a new viewer, you know, like, because I was getting some decent FPS out of it, but I forgot to do the one-click teleport thing or whatever, and I was clicking to cam back behind whoever was quarterbacking, and I hear whoosh. I'm like, no, and I was trying to click the X and log out, but I couldn't do it in time. But
yeah, well, just wanted to give a shout out to my team. You know, everybody played well. Fearsome stepping in as QB, he's doing an awesome job so far. Really stepping up to the plate, and it's been impressing me lately. So we're only going to go up from here, you know. So that's all I got to say.
Absolutely, great game to the Cowboys and their win over the Broncos. But great game to both teams, and congratulations to Fontes.
Hey man, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, great game though. That's you do it here in UFL land. Cowboy 37, Broncos 20. Back to the studios to the Pulse, I guess, ESPN, whatever you want to think of.
Sound resumed.